Hello, welcome to this quick introduction to OneDegree. Today I'm going to show you how OneDegree works and show you some of the features you can use to find all types of community resources. We exist because we believe everyone is one degree away from the help that they need, and we want to help people navigate that process. Our mission is simple. We want to empower people to build paths out of poverty for themselves and for their communities, because we believe that our community has agency. Today I'm going to show you a bunch of our features, but before we go into that, I'm going to quickly explain you how OneDegree is structured. For that, there's three concepts that you need to learn. The first one is opportunities, second one is organizations, and the third one is collections. That's what OneDegree is made of. An opportunity is a program or a service that an organization offers. So in this example right here is join an after-school program for young women. We want to make it as easy as possible to find the help that you need. So instead of listing a bunch of organizations that you may have to guess or read or spend time figuring out what they offer, we'll tell you exactly what you can get from them. For, in this case, join an after-school program or get free monthly groceries. So that's what an opportunity is. You're going to hear me say it a lot. And then organizations is simple as it's the organization that offers that opportunity. So each organization may offer many opportunities. In this case, El Concilio of San Mateo County offers free monthly groceries, but they also offer other types of supportive services. They are also listed as separate opportunities. The third concept is collections, and these are made by you, our community. For example, here I have some of the ones I've built, and they're simply kind of like a playlist of songs. It's my collection of resources that I think I want to see again or maybe relevant. So if I'm building this collection called a variety of support groups right here, anytime I see a cool support group listed on OneDegree, I'm going to add it here, kind of like a bookmark. There's many ways nonprofit professionals use collections, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later. All right, now that you know the three concepts, opportunities, organizations, and collections, I'm going to show you some of the features that can help you locate the ones that you need. First, there's three ways to search on OneDegree. You can search by keyword, just say, for example, food, near, you can put this any zip code right here, let's say 94107 and within 10 miles. Let's click here, search, and OneDegree is going to search for all the opportunities that match these criteria. The other way that you can search for services is what we call our visual search, that is right here on the upper right corner. You can see all of our categories spread out, and then you can navigate from there. For example, if we're doing food again, you can see food, and within food, food delivery, groceries, nutrition, you name it. So I can say groceries and take it from there. And at any point, I can say, you know what, just show me everything. And we're going to go through this search result page in a second. But now I want to show you just super quickly the third way that you can find resources is by quickly navigating all of these categories again through this drop-down menu. So you can see all of the subcategories within each main category and quickly figure out what's out there. So depending on what you need, any of these three may work better. All right, now let's go back to our original example and I'll show you how to use our next feature called filters. Let's go to our original example of food. Click on food, enter. Okay, so I get my results here, and there's 152 opportunities across 123 different organizations that offer them, and there's 163 collections people have made about food. So I want to narrow this down a little bit. So let's say I'm looking for food resources for a client who is 72. So he qualifies as a senior. So I can click here on community and filter results by, and just say OneDegree, show me just stuff that it's intended specifically for seniors. So I can say get groceries delivered to home for low-income senior citizens. Oh, that's perfect. And then as you can click here on more, you can see that there's other communities. For example, I could say just show me services for the HIV community, and I click here. Or I can say for moms or for military families, you name it. Mothers, military families, you name it. So you can play around with this and narrow down your list as much as you want. OneDegree is offered in English and Spanish, but you can always search for services offered in other languages. So, for example, I can say, I'm working with a Korean American family. They're more comfortable speaking Korean. I could just search for services where I know they're going to speak to my clients in their native tongue. So, perfect. Get food and other specifically for Korean American families. And just like this, there's many other filters I'll let you guys explore, like age, income, county served, program enrollment, you name it. One Degree will remember the filters that you were last using, so you don't have to input them every time, but you can always just clear them and start over. So that's filters. This is how you narrow it down. Now I'm going to show you how to bookmark your favorites. Let's say I'm looking at these and I said, get free food pantry items. This sounds great. So I can just click on this heart and ask One Degree to save this for me. This is very important because if you come to One Degree and spend 10, 15, 20 minutes searching for resources, next time you come, we want you to have 20 minutes worth of work waiting for you and never have to start from scratch. So let's say I say, save this to my opportunities. My opportunity is kind of like a default favorite section, bookmarks. And when you save it to your bookmarks, to my opportunities, they're going to be saved right here in this area that says my opportunities. So you can click on see all of your favorites, and it's a great option for when you want to quickly refer to an opportunity you use often. Then the next thing I can do is save this into a specific collection, which by the way is my favorite feature. Let's say get help on your application for CalFresh. This looks great. Click on save. Instead of putting in my opportunities like before, I can put it in other collections that I built in the past. For example, Natalia's Housing Solutions for Seniors. That's not specific to food. Crisis and support hotlines. No, that doesn't apply. My favorite medical programs. You can make any collection that you want and put it into any of them, or you can create a new one. Create new collections. Here you can put anything you want. You can make it my go-to resources for seniors. And I put the region that I can put a zip code, or I can put a city, or I can even put a neighborhood, maybe the baby district, for example. Here I put my description. This is a list of great resources. You can put anything you want here. Make a description. And let's say whatever. Then here you can say I can make the author myself, or I can make the author the organization I work for, or I can put another author, for example, your social worker from XYZ organization. And then this is super important because this will depend on how you're using this collection. I can make it public just so anyone that is searching for resources for seniors near zip code 94107 can find it public. I can make it just so my colleagues at One Degree can find it. So if you work, for example, at Compass, this would say Compass here, and only nonprofit professionals who are linked to your organization will be able to find this collection. Or you can make it private. You can say, this is just for me to see. And then once you make it private, you can choose select people to see it. So let's make it private for now. Click on create, and you can see this creates a collection for me where my go-to resources for senior, made by your social worker. Here's my description. Of course, you would make it nicer and longer and more descriptive, right? And then every time you see something that will go into this collection, you can just add it here. This is a great tool for collaboration because you can add people and as editors. So that means that you can have, you can say, I want my friend Eric to collaborate with me and have him add resources here too. And I can send him an invitation as an editor, or I can click and say, I just want my client Audrey to see this, but I don't want her to edit anything. I'm just creating this for her, so I want her to just see it. So I will add her just as a viewer. So you can make these collections work for in whatever way works best for you. All right, so that's how you create collections super quickly. Now I'm going to show you how an opportunity actually looks like. So let's say I was looking at get free food pantry items. I even put it on my favorites, but here let's look more at the details. Here we have a description. Then we're going to have any eligibility information that we may have. We're going to put it here for you just to so you know and you don't waste any time or any client's time going into an organization and finding out later that you don't apply. Where if this is a free program or pay program, we're also going to put that information here. We're going to say what languages they speak. And this is my favorite thing, the what to do next. We want to make it super straightforward for you to know what should you do if you want to access this opportunity. So visit link below, or in other cases going to say, call this number, see this person, email this email address, and it's going to be super specific. Then we'll give you any information that we may have on the organization, the phone number, the links, and here you can click on directions and even tell your client what bus to take to go there. Then we have two great features down here, notes and reviews. You can write and review about your experience or your client's experience in any of these opportunities, and also learn from other people's experiences. Also, for notes, it's a little different than reviews because here you can make a note to yourself. Say, for example, call on Tuesday and ask for Gary. And you can make this only for you to see, or you can maybe make a public note and you want to tell everyone, FYI, don't go on Tuesdays, it's too crowded. And then everyone can take advantage of that information that you have. So we're capturing all of the experts' information, and so that the community can take advantage of it. As with everything, you can make this only for you, or you can make it public, or you can make it just so your colleagues can see it. So it's another great tool for collaboration. Now, let's say I love this. My next feature I want to show, I want to say my favorite again, but I feel like I keep saying that. The next feature is sharing. Actually, this probably is actually my favorite. We want to make it as easy as for people to share resources as possible. So you can share this resource via email. So to anyone, let's say my colleague Eric again, I'm sending him this. And I can make it Natalia from 1 Degree, or I can just make it Natalia Carrasco. You can use this as you see fit. And I can also share via text message. I can share it via Facebook, or I can just get a link and paste it anywhere I see fit. You can do the same thing with this button when you're on your collections. You can share your entire collection via email, text message, or Facebook. All right, now I'm showing you how to see an opportunity, how to access a service, how to learn about some other people's experiences, and how to save this into bookmarks or collections for easy access. Now, the last thing I want to show you is why you should trust information on 1 Degree. We work very hard on making all of our different information be as accurate as possible and up to date. But our secret sauce for that is that we empower the community to help us do this. This is not just a team of people giving you information about all of these resources. This is empowered by all of our social workers, case managers, and community out there. So anyone that sees this information can edit it, can flag it if it's incorrect or out of date, and can add more information. So super quickly here, I'm going to show you, let's say I call here and this number was wrong. So I can just come here to suggest edits and say, do you have this information? And I'll say, no, I don't have it. I want to flag it. I know it's wrong. And then our team will get on it and will correct it as soon as possible. Then that's how you flag information. And let's say I know that actually the extension number is 104. So I can come here and click on suggest edits and say, yeah, I have the correct information. I'll make the edits myself. So I can come here and click on these little pencils and edit anything I want right here. So I can give 1 degree the correct information. Now, you can trust all of this because once you make those edits, our team will check it and verify it before it goes live into our website. So that way we're taking advantage of everyone's knowledge out there and sharing it with the community, but we're also making sure it's accurate and up to date. So that's how you edit information. And last, I'm going to show you how to add information from scratch. Always scroll down to the bottom and click on add information, and then we'll walk you through it. You start by finding the organization. Let's say I want to add something like Compass. So Compass is already on 1 degree, great. 1 degree directs me there. And I can just add opportunity. Let's say, well, here are some services that 1 degree knows are on offered by Compass. I can come here and say, you're missing one. So I can click on add opportunity, and then 1 degree will walk you through the steps to add that opportunity. You can also, if you know of an organization that we don't have, you can also add it from scratch. Let's say I just launched an organization called Natalia's Great Nonprofit, just to make an example. I can click on that and say, can't find it? No, it means it's not a 1 degree. And then I click there and I can just add it from scratch. And then just follow the steps, and 1 degree will walk you through each step to add the organization. And then you can just add each opportunity that that it's offered by the organization. So that's how you add new information. Now I want to show you just a couple of examples of use cases of how organizations are using and taking advantage of 1 degree. I'm going to show you an example of an organization called the Suitcase Clinic. They're in Berkeley. This is their page on 1 degree. They offer dental, medical, and optometry services for homeless and low-income adults in Berkeley. They're a great organization and they're very involved in the community. And because of that, our community is always asking them for help finding other resources like housing and job trainings and after-school programs for their kids. And they're very good about referring people there. So they have, instead of having a resource guide that takes forever to edit and print and it's obsolete and outdated the minute it's ready, they started using 1 degree. So it's better than any resource guide they had in the past, and it's also better than, for example, a binder full of resources. So what they've done is that they've taken our collection feature and they put all of the resources that they normally use into a big collection. It's kind of like a virtual resource guide. So if you click on their Suitcase Clinic resource list, you can see that they have a bunch of collections inside that collection of legal resources, health and medical resources, homeless services, dental care, all types of collections that they've built through the time and that include all the services that they refer their clients to. As you can see, it is organized by the categories that they normally use, but as an organization, you can organize this however works best for you, maybe by communities, resources for the HIV community and resources for seniors. Or you can make this by location, resources in the Bayview district, or options for single moms in the Bayview district. You can even do hybrids. You can use this however makes the best sense for you, your staff, and the community that you're helping. And then, again, you can share the whole thing with just 2 clicks. That is just one example of how organizations are using this. There's many, and we can't wait to hear how you are going to use it. And please let us know if you ever have any questions, and we're looking forward to hearing from you. Please, if you have any questions whatsoever, leave them on the comment section or shoot us an email to help@1degree.org. Looking forward to hearing from all of you. Thanks.